Hello everyone, it's Maria here from pepperlyrose.blogspot.com.au. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Australia. Thank you for joining me, and today I'm going to show you a night scene card using the beautiful Waterfront stamp set, which can be found in the brand new occasions catalogue, which went live to customers on the 3rd of January. And this catalogue goes till the 31st of May. Yes, that's right. And if you're looking for this stamp set, you can find it on page, and I'll just bring that up for you, 48 of the annual catalogue. Now, as you can see, this gorgeous stamp set called Waterfront gives you the impression that you have watercoloured these images yourself, so it makes an artist out of anybody really. And I drew inspiration for this card that I'm going to do today from this little bag here, and it's got like a night scene. Now I'm not going to do the night scene exactly as it is here, but I will do something a little similar. Well, actually not even similar, but I'm using this as inspiration. So anyway, I'm going to use that stamp set, as well as the High Tide stamp set, which can be found in our annual catalogue. And this will go up until the, let me think now, the 31st of May as well. So yeah, so this is a great stamp set too if you like sea-themed you know, cards and projects. So I'll be using this hopefully later on. I haven't decided yet, but that's what I've got in mind. And just as a reminder, Celebration is now on, and this is where you can pick a free item for every $90 you spend. You can get what they call level one type you know, freebies, and that includes these stamp sets or card kits. And if you spend $180 or more, you can get these thinlets, and that has like an orange sticker on that. So yeah, and you can also get that stamp set too for $180. So these are free items. So it's whatever you pick out of these two catalogues, the annual and the occasions catalogue, that you can then pick something out of this for absolutely free. So do take advantage. This is a great time of year to buy as well as join. So yeah, have a look online for further details. So we'll get started on our card. So as I said, I'm going to do a night scene, and this is the sketch that I used before. So imagine that's the water, but what I've done was, as a tip for you, I just use copy paper, and I usually use one colour stamp or whatever, and I do kind of like a layout of what I think will look good. And this is kind of what we're going to do, but I may change it up a little bit. That's meant to be water, and these are meant to be the mountains. So just in case you were a bit confused as to what this is, that's meant to be the moon. Maybe I was thinking of making it go a little lower. So yeah, so this is what we're going to do today. So I'm just going to bring out some Island Indigo cardstock, and this is half an A4. Scored in half again, and that makes an A6 card base. So I'm just going to fold this in half and burnish that score line that I've done prior to the video starting. So just using my Stampin' Up! Bone folder. This is a great bone folder, by the way, love it. Okay, so I'm just bringing some scrap paper here, and what we're going to do is some stamping. We're going to use today some Whisper White pigment ink. This is our craft ink. We're going to use some of that today, as well as our Island Indigo, and we will also use the white emboss powder. So I'll show you how to do all of it. Okay, so with our Island Indigo, we're going to use the mountain part. That's over here. And I might do it this way actually. And I'm just going to stamp that. Make sure I really got it stamped well, and we're just going to stamp there. See, so it gives you that watercolour look, and there, and we'll do the same on the other side. So there, make sure this one goes back a little bit too. Okay, so that's that one there, nice and easy. And we've got some trees. So what I'm going to do with these trees is just do the tips of those. So I'm only going to ink up half the stamp. So I'll just do that now, and I'll just stamp them So it looks like there's lots of trees. Oops, I think I overdid that. Hang on. Okay, let's do the tips. So it looks like a forest with mountains. So I'll just do stamping there. So if you can see, that looks like trees there. And do that on the other side as well. So it gives you that kind of night scene theme, and this is just one colour, so it's pretty amazing that we can do that. I'll just stamp a few more little trees here too. And do some more here. A little bit more there. Okay, so that gives you the image of yeah, like you're looking in to like a river or something, or I don't know how to explain it. So anyway, I'm just going to grab now my Whisper white ink, and it's quite a thick ink. I hope it still works. I haven't used it for a long time. So I'm just going to grab this stamp here. Now if you do it upside down, it kind of looks like water as well, so you can use this any way you want. So I'm going to use it like as if it's water. So I'm just going to put this in my pigment ink. Actually, I'll do it this way. Just stamp that right on there. So it gives you that nice kind of watercolour thing going on there. And we'll just stamp it all along here. And go like that. Sorry, I just started humming. I've got that song in my head from Bruno Mars, Finesse. I love the 90s feel to it. So sorry, I started humming. Oh dear. I've had it in my head for a while, that song. Love it. Okay, now I'm just going to grab the moon. Well, you can use that as a moon or a sun. So I'm going to use that as a moon. So I'll put that also in white pigment ink right there. See, look at that already. Wow. Okay, and then I'm going to do some, we can use these as stars or as sand or dirt. I'm going to use these as stars, so I'm just going to stamp these up here, give you that nighttime, starry night kind of a feel to it. I think that looks fantastic, don't you? I love that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now that I've done all this stamping in the pigment, it still is quite a bit wet because it doesn't dry very fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get white emboss powder, and I'm going to just emboss this. No, actually, no. I'm going to heat this up with my heat tool. Then I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to use this over here so that stands out a little more, like it looks like water. Okay, so bear with me and I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. I've just put the heat tool over it just to dry off that pigment ink. So what I'm going to do is I might stamp a few trees over here actually. So I'll just bring out my Island Indigo ink, and I'm just going to stamp the trees in full, and then here too. And I'm going to use that mountain scene again, and I'm just going to stamp just another layer of mountain basically. Yeah, just a bit more there. Just make it look a little bit darker. I think I like that. Okay, so I'll grab my pigment ink again, and I'm just going to stamp just like here again too, like that. I'm not sure, or maybe like this. Yeah, so it looks like reflections and whatever. Okay, I think that looks good. I just used whatever ink was on here before. I'm going to give that a little clean, so I'm going to use my stamp cleaner. And this can get rid of pigment ink too. And I'm going to use a tissue to get rid of that pigment ink, and then I'm going to give the stamp a clean with my chucks. Just give it another clean, because I'm going to put up that other stamp, and I'm going to heat emboss it from the High Tide stamp set. Okay, take that off. Okay, and I'm going to get this in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that onto here. Okay, and I'm just going to give this a little rub with the embossing buddy. Just to get rid of any moisture and static. Okay. Now I'm going to grab my pigment ink again, my Whisper White Craft ink. Oops. And I'm just going to ink up that stamp in that ink. And I'm just going to stamp that there. And I'm just going to stamp half of that about here. So it looks like water shimmering. See, I like that. And I'll do that with the second generation. And I think that looks good. So what I'm going to do now is add my white embossing powder over the top of that. It just catches that, which is beautiful. A little bit more down here. There we go. Isn't that gorgeous? Love it. Okay, so I'm just going to take this over and have this heated with my heat gun, and I'll be back. Thanks. Okay, I'm back, and I've just heated that up with the Whisper White embossing powder, and it looks beautiful. And I've decided now I'm going to make the moon extra bright by I'm going to stamp on that again, and I'm going to actually emboss the moon, and that way it just shows that it's really shiny there. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. Just hold on 1 second, thank you. Okay, sorry about that. I had to answer that call, otherwise it'd just keep going and going. So what I've done now is just stamped with my Whisper White cardstock on here, ink, onto that moon again, and now I'm going to heat emboss that with some white embossing powder. So I'll just bring that over. I just want the moon to shine. Okay, so I'm going to heat emboss that, and then I'll come back and I'll finish this off. Okay, just hang on a second. Okay, so I've just heat embossed the moon, and that looks nice and bright. And I like how the water looks nice and muted, but I feel it's missing stuff on the side here again. So I'm just going to add more of those mountains. Okay, so this image again, I'm just going to stamp it all along here just to kind of make it look like the coastline is a lot bigger. And I think, yeah, that just fills it in a lot nicer. I think that looks really nice. And I'll just add some more trees in all of this as well. I'll add some full ones right to the front here. So it looks like you're looking down like a valley kind of thing. And I'll just stamp over that area there too. A bit more trees just to fill out that area. So you're really looking down a valley with the river, and it's on a starry moonlit night. Just beautiful. Just add a few more trees, make it really stand out there. No right or wrong way of doing it, it's just an idea I had in my head. So I wanted to do a night sky. So that's how it's turned out. I think it turned out really, really well. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah, I hope you like it too, something different. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to let me know. All of these products can be bought in my online store at pepperlyrose.stampinup.net. The Waterfront stamp set is fabulous, but I think it also goes really well with the High Tide stamp set too, which can be found in the annual catalogue. So here's my quick project for today. Hope you liked it. As I said, if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to let me know and leave me a message. Thanks, guys. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.